Welcome. You are now in Gordon Country. Gordon Country is private property. You must be registered to camp, four-wheel drive or use our facilities. And zoom in on the rest of the sign if you want to know the rest of it. G'day everybody, Steve from Mud Ducks Touring Australia, scratching my head with another spotlight on campgrounds. Now this is a paid campground, privately run on private property. It's in Gordon Country, and so we're in Queensland. And I'll give you a look because you don't need to look at my mug, do you? That sign was across the road from the main gate. You can buy firewood here, ice. There's the sign about the shop. Sorry about the sun, guys, you might not see that very well. But that's the Gordon Country sign just there. You walk over cattle grid and the office and facilities over there to the left just as you come in. So you come in this way to sort out your registration, you book in, and you've got all this sort of area here to park while you do that. Sorry about the compressor in the background, but people here doing what they do. So then you come past the office here and there's facilities, there's showers, there's toilets, all the usual stuff. But just near the office, you've got like this little area with a communal fire, a whole bunch of seats and tables and stuff. They were serving coffee out of that little kiosk on the back of the van thing this morning. So I've turned in left like I tend to do. I walk through the office, but if you turn left, you've got a few different facilities. There's a big shed down there that's involved in running the place, and you've got these glamping tents. So you can hire those. And there's room for caravans and stuff down here too. There's a lot of people camping here. I'm here on a weekend, so it's a little bit busy. But it's a winter weekend, by the way, and it's still a little bit busy. With that said, it's an outstanding day. Now, down this way, around where the glamping tents are, there's power boxes. So you can camp here on power if you wish. But this particular section I'm walking down is from the gate, turn left, and you can come down here alongside the river. So as you can see, all the campgrounds are a bit much like this. There's fire pits. So camp whichever way you want. I'll just come down and get a bit of a view of the river, guys. I think it's a river or a creek, one of those things. There is ways down to it elsewhere, but don't know well how well you're seeing that. But Well, still gotta learn to drive this camera, guys. There you are, there's the river down in there. So it's quite nice. And then there's more camping in. That was from in one of the camping areas. But as I said, there's quite a lot here. Closer look at one of the glamping tents. They're pretty cool. And then you can camp where I am. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad, guys. But you can camp here. This is still an area with access to power. So from what I can see, most of these look like they've got power access on this part. I'm going to walk back to the road, or the track, the private track on land, because I don't want to walk through the campsite. So yet another glamping tent, plenty of room around it. People camping together. There's a caravan here as well on that site. So plenty of room. So, yeah, we've got everything from teardrops to full-size vans there. Hybrids, a few of those. Another glamping tent coming up. More power. Looks like they're building a little cabin here as well. So there's heaps of stuff here, or heaps of room. And this is just the first part. Now, anything can get in here. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, caravans, camper trailers, motorhomes, motorbikes, tents, swags. There's pretty well no combination you can't do. It's basically bitumen to get here, and it's pretty straightforward gravel inside and on a shortcut that I took earlier in the day to get here. So as we come down to the lower level, you can see plenty of room. It's grassy, it's kid friendly, it's dog friendly. I think you need to have your dogs on leads, but that makes sense. But it's all very nice down there. As I said, there's plenty of people camping, so I'm not going to point the camera too much into the camps. Try and give the campers as much privacy as possible. But yeah, we're walking a fair way down. I've done, I don't know, 100, 200 metres to get in here. We might be coming up towards the end of it. I think we're running out of powered sites, so I think it's still unpowered down here. But the track keeps going. But I can see some private property off in the distance, so I dare say we're coming to an end of it very soon. A little bit sheltered down here, but still very pleasant. And still pretty flat too, grassy. So it's not too bad. And yeah, we're getting to the end of the property line here. But when you're down here, you're quite away from the toilet facility, so keep that in mind if that matters to you. But have got a nice wander down to the river here, so I'll give you a look at that because it's quite pretty. A bit bushy in this section, but it's all good. So that's what the river looks like that way. And of course this is what it looks like this way. Alright, so that's part one of Gordon Country. Now I'm not going to talk and walk and film going back to the amenities because that's a bit pointless. So what'll be a few minutes for me should only be a few seconds for you. I'll pick it back up when we get there. Alright, I'll come back to the sign just to make sure I wasn't wrong earlier, and I might have been. There's no four-wheel driving at night or in wet weather. Rescues at your own expense. No motorbikes or four-wheelers permitted under any circumstance. No day trippers allowed. Day trippers should continue to the National Park 7 k's further. You agree to protect and preserve the land and respect all livestock and wildlife. So there's that. Now, after you've been into the office, I'm guessing that you can go down this way. Now, Main Range National Park entry is 4 k's further down the track, so holy crap, that's going to be a walk. I don't know if you can see down there in the distance, guys, there's a lot more camping down there, and I think that's all part of the same place. I may try and do that part for you tomorrow, so you'll see it further in this clip, but I'll film it the next day because I'll drive down there when I'm packed up to go home. Cheating, I know, guys. So insert that footage here. As previously stated in this clip, I'm going to drive down to this other campground. So we'll go and have a look at that part of it. A few people coming out, it's Sunday morning, but you'll know that soon enough. The road to this part is pretty straightforward. It's only a few 100-metre walk too from the main part of the campground. I just didn't feel like doing that yesterday, but we'll show you this and then we'll keep going. As you can see, this is the next bit. So you drive through this gate and you've got all the camping ground in front of you. Now it's very busy today, so I'm not going to walk around too much and annoy the campers, but if you go to the left of the gate, you can see there's plenty of room down that way. So there's all that. And directly in front, there's plenty of room. This is all Riverside camping if you go down that way, but I'm not going to show you too much of this because this is very, very busy today. So going off to the right, as you can see, there's plenty of room. It's nice and flat, more fire pits, and it's a very popular section. It's away from the main campground, so it's all self-sufficient stuff, no power down here. It's quite deep. Now what I'm not going to do is walk all the way down there because I really don't want to bother everybody that's down there. But it probably goes for 100 odd metres, so it's pretty bloody good. I suppose I can sneak down this way and show you a bit of the river frontage without bothering anybody here, I think. Don't want to bother any campers, guys. but I think I'm in between two camps here, so I think I'm safe. But yeah, there's a good opportunity to get down to the river down here, so I'll give you a look at that. So if you're more self-sufficient, yeah, maybe this section, nice open for your solar. So, but yeah, it's not a huge walk, but a little walk if you want to go to the main facilities at the main part of a campground. Well, that's your little river. Obviously, over a period of time, people have been building a little dam for a bit of fun, probably kids or something, make a bit of a swimming hole. You go downstream, and it's just really pretty. So, yeah, it's a nice spot. So, as previously stated, Gordon Country is private property and fees apply. So, that's about it for this bit, and I will give you back now to past Steve. So see you in a while. Thanks, future Steve. Back to me, past Steve. Well, we're walking back down from the sign, and off to the right is an area the size of a footy field where you can camp. That is obviously unpowered, but it's very close to the facilities up here. And in the facilities we have a camp kitchen, and of course we got the showers and toilets. So as you can see, that's a relatively flat, nice area to camp in. I'll take you for a walk around there in a second. I'm just going to turn the camera off while I walk past the kids, and I'll show you the camp kitchen. Right, we've entered the camp kitchen, and as you can see, it's got all the usual facilities, coffee making facilities, sink, microwave, toaster, fridge, television. It's got barbecue over here, and it's got seating for a considerable amount of people in that area. So that's pretty good. You sort of expect that at these kind of places. But I'll take you around the other bits I was going to show you about, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Well, that's the sign. Tells you to only walk to inspect where you want to camp and only drive on tracks. That off to the right of me is that footy field size section I was telling you about. So I won't walk into that bit because I reckon you've seen it pretty well from there. Plus there's a lot of people camping in there. But I will walk over this way between the camps where I'm not interfering with anybody. And as you can see, lots of grass, there's fire pits everywhere. Of course, you're welcome to bring your own. We're doing that at our camp. You'll see that pretty close to the end of this clip. And there's more access to the river down there. I won't walk down there because I don't want to walk back up the hill. I'm a bit lazy. So I'll take you in this direction, which will bring us close to the end of this clip. Now, what I didn't tell you is what's there to do. Well, there's plenty for the kids to do to occupy themselves around here. You're not that far away from the national park. There's a four-wheel drive track around the area as well. Actually, you've got to pay if you want to use. There's a playpen area involved in this property. There's another four-wheel drive park not far away. And of course there's the national park, as I said. I dare say you can swim in that river. We're in winter, so we're not, but you could. This is all the general vicinity of where we're camped. As you can see, it's another football field sized area, and it's got power. So your powered site there. If I walk around the road, you can sort of see how it all lends itself. You go around the river. I'm not going in too close to the camps, as I said. But you can see that there's plenty of flat camping. There's plenty of power available if you want power. You don't have to have power. So, Karen and I are camping unpowered right next to the powered camps. I'm just duck between these two, which I don't normally do, but you go through this level and there's a lower level. There's fire pits down there everywhere too. So I say, you can camp down here if you want to. I'm not sure if I would want to camp down there, but you could. Nice and grassy and green, close to the river. So it's definitely a place where you could camp. So there's that. And as I mentioned before, you work your way back around our camp. So I'm going to carefully walk to our camp without filming our next door neighbours. We've got neighbours who are happy here, so I try not to bother them. But as you can see, caravans, everything, as I said earlier. So that is pretty well coming to the end of it, guys. Not much more to tell you. Here's Pete's F-truck. Have you ever seen a lowered F-truck before? It's tiny. Bloody hell. Good job he's got a reasonably decent caravan. Anyway. No, that's a matter of opinion, but anyhow.
Best money can buy.
There's... we make fire. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, that will do me for this episode, guys. So I'll get out of here, as I tend to do. Thanks for watching. There's not much more I can tell you about Gordon Country. It's a nice place though, so if you're in this part of Queensland, come in and have a look at it. All the best. Cheers from Steve and Kaz at Mud Ducks Touring Australia. Do all those YouTubey things that are down the bottom of the screen, okay? You know, all the usual stuff, like, subscribe. If you want merch, get on my website. You want to support me, become a channel member, click below. Cheers guys, all the best from Steve and Kaz at Mud Ducks Touring Australia, and we will see you on the next one.